What's good, Destined Ones? Today, I want to show you some of the most important items that you don't want to miss in Black Myth Wukong. These items will make you more powerful. They will basically ignore all elemental resistances in the game, even for bosses. They will help you update or upgrade every single spirit in the game, and so much more. So, if you want to skip to a specific item, of course, check the chapter list down below. Without further ado, we're going to start right here in the Pagoda Realm. So when you get here the first time, it's very important that you do a specific thing. There's going to be these dudes with lanterns. You have to take all 9 of them out. Once you have dispatched of all 9 of these guys here, before you fight Captain Wisevoice, you will receive a special item. That item is this right here, the Auspicious Lantern. Now, this is a special item that you're going to use for Cloud Step. If you are a Cloud Step user, this is going to be your brand new best friend. It moderately increases your attack, but massively reduces maximum health, which is fine. It can reduce our maximum health or basically kill us over time, but we have other ways to circumvent that. So what we're going to do is, in your gourd, make sure you throw in a couple of special items. For example, the Celestial Lotus Seed. There's other items that you may have right now that will also help you out a little bit. For example, if you've turned in all the seeds to Chin, then you have this right here, the Graceful Orchid. These 2 items will give you your health back over time. Now, the reason why you may want this, boom, you get an insane DPS boost when you enter in Cloud Step, and it lingers for a little while. So you can use that to really rack some havoc against a whole bunch of people until it wears off. But anyways, besides the fact that you look like a complete demon, and I love every second of it, it does make you pretty powerful for a little bit of time. Now, remember, there's going to be 9 of them. Make sure you take out all 9 of these boys on each floor, and then once you've taken the last one out, you will instantly receive that lantern. The way it works is there's going to be 4 guys on this floor here, 2 on this side. You'll cut through this little gate and make your way onto the other side, and there's going to be 2 more. Once you get to the upper floors, for example, the upper Pagoda Realm, there's going to be 1 guy really close by that you're going to have to fight. So as soon as you make it all the way up here to the upper Pagoda Realm, all you have to do is run inside and run up these ramps until you get here. You will eventually see another little boss down there in that purple area. But right here is going to be one of the lantern boys that you need to knock out. Once you've taken him out, you want to run across that bridge over there. There's going to be 2 more along the path, and then all the way in the very back. Let me avoid that right there. All the way in the back, there's going to be a cell with 1 more lantern boy in there waiting for you. Go ahead and take all of those dudes out, and you'll be good to go. Now, once you've packed up all of these guys here, you then want to travel inside and make your way up. Now that you've made it to the top, let's run straight over here. There is going to be a Falcon Hermit that hops down right here. Ignore that man. We don't need any problems with him. You're going to come right over here to the edge, jump down, be careful not to fall, and jump down again. On this floor is going to be another lantern boy. That should be the last one, which makes all 9, and you will receive your Auspicious Lantern. Let's move on to the next item on the list. Okay then, eventually during your main story quest, you're going to get here to Longevity Road. This place is very important. When you run through this area right over here, if you go to the right, you'll be running towards the Thunderclap Temple, but we're going to go to the left. Run past all these guys here, these frozen statues, ignore everybody, and go right over here where you see this tree in front of us. We're going to go around this tree and over into this back forest area. There's going to be an extremely large enemy roaming around in this zone. I think his name is one of the Dark-Faced Lords. Go ahead and take this guy out. As soon as you do, you will receive yet another very valuable item. That's going to be this right here, the Gold Spkeplate. This is probably one of the best defensive items in the game because it considerably increases defense and it deals damage to surrounding enemies when they attack you. It'll come in handy. Let's move on to the next item. Okay then, you finally made it all the way to chapter 5 at the Rakshasa Palace. There's a secret item right over there, don't miss it, and a chest, so that's a bonus. But make sure you whip out your mantle and follow behind me. These boys right here, if you beat them down, they will give you a special curio that raises your attack stat if you're interested. But for the time being, we're just going to run along this magma, jump over here to the right, head up the path, and right here in this area, you're going to see some extremely large guys. Not these boys, much larger. I've already taken them out. They're guarding this area. You want to save the game before doing so, but once you finally have your game saved and backed up, you want to fight these two large men. When you beat them down, you're going to get a special item, and that's going to be this right here. The gold button. The gold button, when at full health, significantly increases your attack stat, and you will definitely see the attack difference. If you're somebody who loves the Pilgrim set, then this is going to be your brand new best friend, because 9 times out of 10, if you're using a Pilgrim set, you're always at max health. Alright, so you finally made it to chapter 6. In chapter 6, there's a very special item that we have to get. It's one of the most important items on this list, and it's going to change everything. If you use elemental weapons, or if you use elemental spirits in this game, this is going to be another best friend of yours that you're never going to want to leave home without. You want to fly on your Nimbus Cloud to about this center area right about here, and we're going to make a right. There should be lightning just ahead of us. That is the rhinoceros. Ignore that for now and head over here on the left side of this cliff. Once you make it to about here, you're going to see a frog. Go ahead and fight that frog, and congratulations, you are going to get a tadpole, as well as the most important item on the list, the Celestial Birthstone Fragment. This ignores 4 bane's resistance, which is absolutely amazing, meaning that any elemental build you make can now destroy any boss that you want it to. They can't resist you anymore. So it's very important if you use an elemental build. As well as, you're going to receive a tadpole. When you receive all the tadpoles in this game, all 6 of them, you're going to be able to make a pretty powerful mythical frog. Ball Ball Lang Lang. I have a full video about this guy right here if you're interested in more. But these tadpoles and Ball Ball Lang Lang are leading you to probably one of the best mythical or elemental spirits in the game, because this thing is kind of governed by RNG, but it puts out some amazing damage. So if you're interested in elemental damage, this is your new friend as well. You're making a lot of friends this video. Let's continue on. So far we've talked about the Auspicious Lantern, the gold button, the gold Spkeplate, Celestial Birthstone Fragment, and tadpoles. If you like what I do here on the channel so far, I would really appreciate it if you smash that like button for me, and consider subbing so that you don't miss out on more Black Myth Wukong content. But let's get back to the video. Okay, I had to backtrack over here to the Rakshasa Palace because there's a couple of more things that you probably want to get before we leave here. So once again, we'll bust out our mantle and we'll head up the same path that we took before. Run through the lava once again. I'll speed this process up for you. Alright, once you get to this point right about here, go ahead and move forward, beat down these boys over here, and you want to eventually make your way straight into the palace. There will be another shrine right over here, so go ahead and grab it. Once you've grabbed that shrine, if this is your first time here, you'll have a cutscene and a boss fight. Defeat that boss, and there's a very important item that you don't want to miss out on. Alright, this is going to be the Yin Yang Fish boss fight. Just behind him is a very important drink. This is the best drink in the game. It's called the Loong Balm. This is going to give you an attack boost for your next attack. So you might want to try using this for some of your more, I'd say, ambitious builds for Black Myth Wukong. Each sip recovers 30% of your maximum health, and it considerably increases damage for your next attack. Now, just so you can see exactly how broken and amazing these items are that we just received, I'll show you a little bit of a sneak peek of what they can do when you synergize them together with a very powerful build. Let's go see my friend Yin real quick. Okay then, just before we talk to Yin, I'm going to introduce 2 more items on this list of things that you must get in Black Myth Wukong, and that is the set that I'm currently wearing. The Dark Iron Staff as well as the full King Bull set is not going to be available until your 2nd run of the game, so that's New Game Plus. You have to defeat the Bishui boss in the secret area of Chapter 5, but once you do that, and you also have opened the chest just before that boss fight and received all 8 King Bull horns, you will make this entire set and this weapon. With these items, as well as the Auspicious Lantern and the gold plate, you can put together probably the most powerful build in Black Myth Wukong. I'll show you. No cheating, nothing extra, no medicine. You pop your gourd, you pull up on Yin, you don't have to worry about him, you can't be interrupted, you come in completely aggressive until you get all 4, you freeze him solid, you drink your gourd again, you go in for your big attack, and you completely destroy. Now since we can't be interrupted, we have no fear whatsoever, and we take this man out. You come in aggressive. We'll go ahead and collect those. We'll freeze. We'll drink again. We'll pull up. You have so many options. So as you can see, you can one-shot people. You and your spirit together can completely destroy bosses and everything else in the game. So you're just making things a lot easier for yourself. Let's move on to the other items on this list. Once you finally make it into New Game Plus and you get back here to the Zodiac Village, make sure you introduce yourself to Zoodog one last time, because this guy is going to have a special recipe, or basically a special formula. Go into his store and drop down right over here. And there it is, the mythical Soul Remigration Pill formula. You are now able to resurrect yourself upon death when you go ahead and you pop this medicine. Make sure you pop it before you die though, because you know that's how you have to use it. Now let's move on to the very last item on this list. Okay then, now for the very last thing on this list, the Knot of Voidness. If you don't know what this is, your spirits are going to need a special item in order for you to upgrade them to their maximum potential. Now, the item they need is going to be a Knot of Voidness. You're going to need at least 2 to get them to max level. The Knot of Voidness looks a little bit like this right here. So make sure you're always on the lookout for it. You can get this from mini boss fights. A lot of the ingredients that you pull out the ground that turn into actual mini boss fights will drop this once they're defeated. There's also a bunch of these inside of chests, especially in chapters 4 and 5. And there's going to be specific enemies that after you defeat them, they will also give you this item. I haven't been able to farm this item, however. There's a limited supply, so don't go using it on every single spirit in the game. Just to make sure that you don't, I am going to make a full ultimate spirit guide here on the channel that is going to have every single spirit maxed to their full potential, showing you which ones are good, which ones are absolutely terrible, and which ones you should probably stay away from, even with a 25 million foot pole. But these Knot of Voidness are all over the place. You can get one as early as here in chapter 2. I'll show you this first one, and then I'll go ahead and direct you to a video that's going to teach you not only how to get to this area if this is your first time being here, but a lot of other locations where you can find Knot of Voidness. Right over there to the right is going to be the king. Over here to the left, climb right over here, and there's going to be your first chest with a Knot of Voidness inside. If you like what I do here on the channel, make sure you smash the like button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. And sub to the channel so that you don't miss out on more tips, tricks, guides, and everything you need for Black Myth Wukong. This is your boy MM Since HD. For now though, I'm out of here.